Welcome back to Shred's Takes, everyone. I'm Mike Shredder, and this is another episode this week, and I'm with Sean Dube, the soccer guest that, again, the guy who always comes prepared with the microphone. I appreciate that. And we're here to talk a lot about Euro soccer, and specifically, as you can tell, Dube's wearing a England jersey because they are right now in the round of 16 against Ukraine. They just beat Germany. Which is a big win. Whereas, obviously Germany's been a little more down this year. But, Dube, talk a little bit about, what are your expectations for England going into that game against Ukraine? And also you didn't touch upon, for maybe people who follow my podcast who haven't been aware of it, how they were able to get over the hump against Germany, how they've been kind of living by their defense in a sense to get to the round of 16. Talk all about that stuff, just your analysis overall and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, definitely say, first of all, thank you for having me on. It's always a pleasure. Love talking soccer with you. Moving to England, I mean, I've never been more happy with my country than than this Euros. It's been amazing. I mean, I don't know, if you look back to past Euros and past World Cups, we had an Italian manager and it just didn't quite work out. And, we have all these big players coming in, but we weren't able to work together as a team. And as it shows, we weren't able to compete, or we were able to compete, but, we're never really seriously challenging for the big trophies. But now I think with with Southgate, he's found a way to bring all these Premier League players in from different teams and, make it work for England, not just for for this, however many clubs there are in England, but this is for England. And it's just been amazing to see us playing so well. We have yet to concede a goal this Euros, which is incredible. And I know, even though Harry Kane, he didn't really have a great group stage. Raheem Sterling showed up for us, and he didn't really have a great World Cup. So this Euros has been big for him, and thank him a lot. And it's also been so interesting to see all these young guys coming in, and they're really taking it away. Like Bukayo Saka's debut for them in the Euros was incredible. Man of the match, best player of the game, and he's only 19. One of the young guys. He's only been with the England group just throughout this year, to be honest. And he's finding himself with the first team. And it's just been really cool to see that Southgate cares about the young guys. He really cares about England. And, as they say, it's coming home. I truly think it could come home. We just smacked Ukraine 4-0. I wasn't too worried about that. I just, honestly, I was expecting a lot of goals today. And really happy for Harry Kane. He had two. Really good for him. Jadon Sancho had a start. We haven't seen Jadon Sancho play a lot this tournament, and I know a lot of Man U fans, a lot of England fans have been looking for him to start. But it's been good to see. He had a really great game today, and I'm excited about that. But yeah, no, it's looking good. We're up against Denmark in the semifinals, and I mean Denmark have been on a hot streak, and obviously, maybe I don't know if you've heard about Christian Eriksen and how he collapsed, and I think for Denmark,
I think I saw in some article, but not
yeah.
briefly. So maybe go in that a little bit of detail, because
So I forget which game it was, but in the group stages, Eriksen just collapsed in the game, and he was not breathing. They did CPR, and it was just kind of crazy. You don't see that every day on a soccer field. And thank God he's okay. There have been some players who, have actually died on the field. And, that's absurd, with so many people around, I think it's crazy. And I'm just so happy that Christian Eriksen's okay. He's up walking, doing his thing. I don't think he'll return to soccer for a bit, but this means a lot to Denmark. They just witnessed, one of their friends, their best player. They witnessed him almost losing his life on the field. And it's pretty amazing to see the run they've made and what it means to them, and just seeing all the Denmark fans happy. I'm really happy for them. So it's going to be a very difficult game, the semifinals. I think Denmark are really going to bring a lot of energy, and England are going to have to be confident in themselves and get some goals, defend well. Hopefully we can keep this run of not conceding a goal, and we'll find a way in the finals against either Italy or Spain. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing you can maybe touch on a little bit more is, like, do you think that, so look, England had an offensive explosion today, right, which they really haven't had so far in the Euros, right? Do you think, obviously, I mean, I think it was probably because Ukraine, had a little run, but they probably weren't as strong defensively as maybe some of the other teams that England's going to play. But, do you think England's going to have to keep the game like the way they're playing, like a low scoring? They're going to have to be really good on the defensive side in order to beat Denmark? Or do you think that, they have to score more goals to have a shot to get to the finals, in your opinion?
I think Denmark are going to bring a lot of attacking energy. They're going to want this. I think Ukraine were kind of timid today. It kind of seemed like they didn't think they were going to win this game, especially after Harry Kane scored early. Like, you could just see Ukraine just sitting back in their half, not doing much. But Denmark, it's going to be totally different. They're going to be attack, attack, attack. They want this. They want to win Euros. It's actually funny that Denmark won the Euros in 1992, I believe. And it was because there was one nation that dropped out. I forget. But, one nation dropped out or got disqualified, and then they ended up going on to win the Euros. But yeah, it would be amazing for them, and they're going to bring a lot of attacking energy. So England are definitely going to have to focus on not conceding and then taking their chances. We're going to get chances because I think we have some of the best attacking talent at the Euros, and I think it'd be a bit disappointing for us to not score. So, I don't know. We're going to have to be very good defensively. It's not going to be kind of like a slow game like it was today. It's going to be very high paced. And, it's exciting because it's semifinals now, the last 4 teams, and, soon the finals will be there. So.
Thank you so much for tuning in to that clip from the Shreds Takes podcast show. If you want more clips like that, subscribe to the channel below, and as well as check out the links in the description to view the full episodes on Apple Podcasts or Spotify.